Hey guys, welcome to a YouTube video. Today it's going to be a update video on some projects I've been working on. And for YouTube reasons, I must say, none of these are real. These are all just life-size reproductions, completely non-functional, can't even be converted to shoot real bullets. And I've always loved history, and I've always loved some of the famous guns all from history. So I've built every one of these from scratch here in my workshop. And I'll go through each individual one, telling you which one it is. Now, please forgive the way some of them look, because they haven't been painted yet. I need to get some more paint, so I'm going to paint them the right colors. So this is just what they look like now. So I'll start with the first one I ever built. This is a replica that I built of a WW1 Maxim. Even the belts are toy versions that you can buy on eBay. Built this completely from scratch, from some computer parts, some giant cocking guns, some radio brackets, and just a piece of metal and some pieces of wood for the handles. And the stand is actually a Christmas tree stand along with an old pole. And then this one right here is one of my favorites. I just completed this one today. This is a replica of an M2 Browning. And yes, those who are going to obviously know their guns know this is obviously not a 50 cal belt. It's the only belt I had, so bear with me on that. Again, built this one the similar way. Repurposed all the parts from computers, radio brackets, PVC, an old curtain rod, and some pieces of metal for the shield. And repurposed the stand all from random parts that I had available. Again, I just finished that one today, so again, I love how that one turned out. This one still has not been painted, hence why it still looks like this. And this is by far the biggest one I've ever built. This is a replica of a Lewis gun from World War I. I found this piece of metal at my local dump. Don't know what it went to, but I thought it was perfect to make this out of. And the body is made out of 2x4s along with some pieces of old computers for the shell. Bunch of nails. Again, another replica belt. And the stand I made out of the similar 2x4s. Radio brackets for the handles along with some pieces of wood for the handles. And then getting into some of my favorites that I have yet to paint. This is an MG81 that I built completely from scratch. Again, it hasn't been painted, so hence why it looks like this. I even replicated the aircraft sight from an old piece of a radio. Made the side-mounted magazine from an old pail. And, of course, wood for the parts. Again, they're not functional. None of these can even fire blanks. They're just for display. And then this one you guys might recognize. This is an MG34 that I built completely from scratch. And these two I built very similar. They're recycled out of old chair parts. These handles right here are from the handles of old lawn chairs that were broken. And I repurposed them into the frames. And wood for the parts. Random pieces of piping for the pipes. And a bunch of nuts and bolts. Again, they haven't been painted yet, so hence why they look like this. And then this is another recent one I just built. This is the Fallout gun from the Fallout TV series. Those who may recognize this from the Fallout TV show. It's also the Stormtrooper blaster from Star Wars. That's another good favorite of mine that I built. I even gave it an actual trigger. And then last but not least is another project I built. It is a homemade replica of a Javelin. It's not been painted yet, hence why it looks very goofy. Again, repurposed out of radio parts and another piece of whatever this piping was. Some wheels for the front and back. Some cocking guns for the handle, and I even gave it a functioning trigger. But like I said, all of these are non-functional. You can't even make them fire. They're just for wall hangers and display and cosplay. And why did I build these, you ask? Well, very simple. I've accumulated a bunch of parts recently from old computers that I can't really use for knife making. And those who know me know back in the day, I used to actually make props. And given my knowledge of history and various wars and conflicts, I can build these to the scales of the real things and make them non-functional and at a fraction of the cost. Some of these I will be putting for sale. Some of these I will not be putting for sale. So, anyway, guys, thought I'd go ahead and end the video here. I hope you guys enjoy. And as always, stay sharp.